Good morning, Vietnam. Good morning. The electricity is off again. These wattle trees can actually, funny enough, I'm starting to wonder whether they can actually look quite pretty. I mean, they're there. There's nothing you can do about it. And it's now certainly different. So you've got these strings of trees on your left and your right. Very beneficial, I know for a fact, in summer when you've got some shade. Now I'm taking my chance and I've let him free. One can only hope there's not a biker coming on this trail. This is going to be a long walk and I'm not in a hurry because, like I said, the electricity is off. It's that time when it's off again. And if you're so close to the mountain, what am I going to do at home? Nothing, except take my medication, but later, and sleep. And it's a bit too early to sleep. You get tired after you've taken that medication for your epilepsy. So yeah, it's just a bit too early to take it for me. I hear all kinds of things. You hear that? We'll see now. We're just above waterworks here. Huge station of waterworks. We're going to get to some, by the way, stay tuned if you're watching this, because we're going to get to some more interesting and certainly more spectacular paths with cliffs and indigenous forest. I still have no idea what used to be here. May have been a sawmill, may have been a quarry, it may have been I don't know, it may have been the foundation for previous waterworks, maybe. No idea. Been a while since I've come to have a look at the foundations here. Huge pieces of concrete, and right at the bottom there we've got bos slapers. I will show you now. Very few people that know exactly where they live. I do, because I've been there and discovered the most dirty people you can possibly imagine. Absolute pigs. Varke, like they say in Afrikaans. Regte varke. Never know, maybe some of them have moved house and come and packed their things in here for winter. Now this is what you call real pigs living. They're not here, but I know exactly. It's on the other side of this building. There's another little similar building just down from here, and that is where those pigs live. And if you see the bottles and plastic and crap lying around there, speaking to one guy who's half asleep, half drunk, half awake while he's in it, then there's no excuse. Don't be misled by, oh, the homeless, the poor homeless. What are we going to do with the homeless people? That is pure bullshit when you see how dirty people can be. This can be quite pretty, but now I see there's more and more There's been some graffiti here lately. It can still make for a photo. This is brown around. This, let me try again. This is brand new. Not this building. This has been around forever and ever. I don't see any path going into it, so I doubt whether anybody's actually living in it now. But you can see there's clearly been some sort of trail being created here, which has its pros without any doubt. And why? Because it cuts off, there's just not that much isolation anymore for these bush sleepers, these pigs that live in the mountain here, close to where we were now. I was tempted to go and have a look and see if they've tidied up a bit, and decided against it. So this is a new trail that's clearly been created, and I hear people further down. We will see what they're up to. Maybe they're working and opening it up even further. I hear some strange sounds. As expected, it takes us to this little dam, one of the oldest dams probably. What is this interesting sound I hear? Let's go and see. Let's go and discover. What the fuck do I hear there? Probably for the cyclists. Morning. You working hard?
Thanks.
I heard this odd sound. It doesn't sound like people actually... No man, don't be horrible. Don't be horrible. No, don't be horrible. You working for... Well, that was an interesting conversation. I've been doing following the trail, which I was convinced is going to be for a new place where all the bush sleepers are, but not to be. It's hillbillies that are busy opening this whole section. Pros and cons. Pros and cons to everything. Opening up here, we will probably use it. The only thing is, if you get to use a trail created by hillbillies, make sure the bicycles don't go over you. Right, so we're going to get to cliff now, where we're going to look down again at a spot where I used to camp. Just come across two of these workers. Like you said, there are going to be some workers further up. What do we have here? My goodness gracious. Should I steal this? What's it for? A broken backpack? Or something with a weird... Put it on like that, and you have that at the back. I don't know. Those look like the bags of the workers. I'm going to show you a nice view down there. Looking down, we're going to be standing right at a cliff. We should, if this takes us to exactly where I anticipate. Have a look here. I don't want my dog to come too close here. Look at that there. This is looking down steeply, down towards the bottom there. Looking down towards the bottom. This is where I used to camp. All these little trees that are up here never used to be up here. All these horrible sprouts that are up here. I used to set my tent. I'll show you exactly where. Right here where I'm standing, I used to put my tent. And then from here, if I opened my tent, none of this was here. I'd walk to the edge of that cliff and look down towards town. large wattle trees down there at the bottom that weren't as high, so you could see a great part of town. And then I used to take my backpack and hide it sometimes behind this rock, put it at a place where nobody's ever going to look for it. Now it's a different story. Now that we've discovered this trail, there's another option for the swings. Anyway, let me take a photo or two. Record now again, because we're now getting to the edge where we're going to turn sharply left. I hope this is recording. Now we're going to get to, as promised earlier, if you've actually been watching any of this, a more spectacular part. Arguably the most spectacular part, which is also an optional way of getting here, which I used to sometimes follow. What interests me is to see whether they may have opened up here. Yeah, perfectly possible. One can turn right here, go to the top railway line there, and from the top railway line you can turn left and go to the swings. I'm going to tell my friends about it next time we go to the swings. Take a photo of him there. Ooh, he likes it too much.